Good morning, good morning, everyone. How we doing out there in the ethers? Ooh, man, blowing life out, inhaling all that love. How y'all been doing out there? It's been a little bit for me. You know how it is sometimes. It's your man, Amiel Burgess, aka Infinite Being, A Phenomenon 13, aka Uniquely United for a New Revolution. And it's gonna be everything televised. It's gonna be in the ethers because once you say it, it's out there anyways. It's out there for the universe to hear and people to hear. So this is gonna be everything we want it to be. But I come to y'all broadcasting from Virginia. This is where I hail at right now. My message for today is, or should I say, I just want to talk to y'all today. Tell y'all a little bit about me, a little bit about what I'm about. If you don't see my videos, if you haven't seen me on Facebook, I'm about love and about contributing to society on a spiritual and universal level. And I think and I believe that that's where we're heading. I know for myself, I spent a lot of my life, wondering about what everybody else thought about me, and I had all types of talents and skills in different areas, and I didn't capitalize on it because I was so worried about failing instead of worried about succeeding. And I know that a lot of us out there deal with it. I grew up hearing that I was too dark, or I was too thick, or I was too little when I was skinny. I wasn't cute enough, or I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't tough enough. But none of that stuff matters. And what really matters to me is, making a contribution to this life, to this world, to bringing us to a time and a period and a crux in our existence where we're doing things for the love of each other and the love of self, that are doing things for monetary gain. And I know it sounds crazy to y'all, like we talk about, not having money, not exchanging money, goods and services, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about not doing it for a paycheck or a Benz or a bank account, but doing it for the survival of the human race. Because right now, where we're going, we're trying to destroy ourselves. And I've been in that mentality when I was out there, on the streets, hustling drugs and beating people up and getting people beat up and all types of other fuckery. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was going down. And now I'm at a point in my life where I want to contribute, doing things differently, using that love. People are afraid of it. People are afraid of it. And I've been there too. I've been there too. I say, I used to quote one time that the more we use like for things that we actually really love, is the closer we get towards the word hate and hating it. So today I choose love. Today I choose to be better. Whether it's telling y'all to eat better, what I'm learning as becoming a vegan, whether I'm telling y'all that, I'm using love as a catalyst. Excuse me, the sun's glaring. Sorry about that. I use love as a catalyst to be better. This is where I'm at. Hold on, let me get out of the sun. The sun's glaring in my face. Sorry about that. A little glitch in the matrix. It happens. Sun needs some love too. But yeah. So it's very important for me in my journey to self realization, to evolve mentally and spiritually, to ascend, to go to the next level, is that I preach to myself and show and prove that if we move to a world of contributionism, there's a guy named Michael Tillinger. He founded the organization called Ubuntu. He's from South Africa, and he's a Caucasian guy from South Africa. And it really shouldn't matter what his nationality is. He's a human being. He's a being from South America, And his idea is for us to contribute instead of doing things for monetary gain. Let's do things for the love of preservation of community and people. And I think once we do that, I believe in it too, in my heart, because I was thinking about things like this before it was even thought of. Things that I thought of on a regular basis, on a normal basis. I remember one time I had a debate with a brother of mine. You know what I'm saying? Not a brother, but we all as one about the attributes of Jesus Christ. Whether you want to believe in them or not, whatever your preference is. But I was debating with him, saying that, listen, if we are in the image of God, if we came from God, then we no more or less have the ability to do the exact same thing. And his thing was, no man, no woman can ever do what Jesus Christ did. But now I'm learning through science, through spirituality, that it is possible. That Jesus wasn't the only one who had the abilities to do that. We all do. We all have. But it's our sacrifice. Whether or not I'm going to do it for the love, the love of unity, the love of all of us getting better mentally, spiritually, or I want to do it for monetary gain. If I want to do it for self. You know what I'm saying? So I've been thinking about these things for a long time. But back to Tillinger. So, contributionism is saying that we all have talents and gifts. And instead of going out there and saying, well, pay me for them talents and gifts, we're going to start putting hours, and not a lot of hours. His thing is, if each person put in 3 hours a week, we can put in more hours in a year than somebody working 8 hours a day for 30 years. So he has the videos. I know y'all seen them on Facebook called Gaia TV, called The Hidden Origins, and there's there's other videos on there that's great, cosmic disclosure. But we just moving in a different paradigm. Everything is shifting. People don't want to talk about it, but the way people thinking is shifting. It's either you thinking really positive or you thinking really negative, and some powers that be doesn't want the shift to happen because they want their time to shine and to have people, I guess, under their feet. And it's just time for us to move on. It's time for me to move on. It's time for, we as a unit, as a individual race, to move on away from color, away from gender, away from sexuality. We say it, but we need to do it. And it's not hard. It's really not. It's really as simple as, whatever I do is whatever I do. As long as it's not hurting anybody, I'm not putting out negative energy and negative vibes, then we're gonna keep moving on. If you sleeping with somebody, if you want to do things your way, fine. But at the same time, let's push forward into moving into less judgment and more positivity. So this is what I'm doing in my life. And, I've been on and off doing my videos, trying to learning things, being conflicted at certain areas of understanding, and sometimes we get into a point where we doubt ourselves. I have many big visions of great things for myself. I'm writing this book. I want to write another book, a biography of my life. One time I envisioned myself, and I'll give this away. I envisioned myself inside the sun, meditating, giving off energy to all the other Earths, planets, and solar system and universe. Now, I tell you, I've always thought differently, but things like that has changed because the world is changing, the energy is changing, the paradigm is changing. We want to do. I want to do more. I want to give more. And I'm trying to get rid of a lot of these old. Well, I ain't trying. I am, because I am what I am. But I'm getting rid of all these old additives or belief systems that hurt me, that kept me mentally stuck. Past lies. If you believe in reincarnation, I believe in reincarnation. Past lives that stuck with me through reincarnation. And it's just time for me to move on and be a better person and be a lighthouse for myself, for my son, and for my friends and family, which is all y'all out there in the ethers. You know, even the people that seem to be quote unquote what you call the enemy, to me is just an obstacle that we're all going through at a time period where we're all growing. And so I send love to even the ones that don't like me. It's a time that we move on past that like thing. We're beings of love and light. I'm a being of love and light. You know, I love everybody. What we may not like is we may not like a situation or a personality trait, and that's okay. But we have to learn to understand that that's a part of everybody's growth. Everybody has something that somebody's going to say, oh, second guess, oh, that don't make me feel right. It's not, it don't feel right to the love aspect of myself. And that's okay, because everything is a learning process. But at the same time, standing out there, picketing and going against the evils of this world in the sense of thinking that we're going to fight fire with fire is backfire. Send the love out there. Send the love energy out to the world, to the people who feel that they got to stay stuck in those situations. And you can help others by helping yourself, by doing and changing the way you live. All I did at one point in time, my life was sit on the block and smoke and drink and want to party and bullshit and have sex with many different females. Now I want to do more, and I don't judge anybody that does that. Everybody has their growing process, and if that makes you happy, and if you're doing it that's making the people that you're dealing with happy, then so be it. But at some point in time, I felt like I needed to grow eternally. That I had more to contribute than what I was doing. And that's the process of what I'm doing. So, back to contributionism is giving ourselves to each other, to the community, by giving our talents to the community and to the well-being of planet Earth, whether it's ecosystem, whether it's if you're a tailor, instead of tailoring for money, we're going to tailor to make sure everybody got a nice pair of jeans on, and everybody got a nice pair of sneakers on, that nobody has a Payless or a Jordan, that everybody got the nicest stuff on. So that way there's no division. We got to quit these divisions. You understand what I'm saying? If we can go to contributionism, to where we give a couple of hours of service to unite in each other and to help and preserve in the community in each other, then we can spend the rest of the time relaxing and doing what you want to do, and focusing on and holding on some of your skills if you're a musician or whatever you do. But it's just contributing for the sake of the world instead of the sake of yourself or your immediate people. And I think once we get into that realm of contributing for the sake of humanity, there won't be a need for government. There won't be a need to worry about drugs coming in, because drugs won't come in. People will stop selling drugs. There's an answer for all our issues and problems, and it's right inside of us. And we can work together. I want to work with all the people out there in the world who wants to make the world better. Heal the world. This wasn't just a song by Michael Jackson. He believed in it. And it's there. But we spent so much time, I gave so much time believing in a government that will one day change. Or believing in things that I thought I got Christian by some birds. I'm still here though, but believing in ourselves and believing in doing the right thing. So I'm out here in the ethers, giving you that good old loving advice as I give myself, that if we can contribute for each other, if we do things for each other and one another, that a lot of these things that we see today will topple by the wayside, and we'll become better, brighter human beings. Even the animals are ready for us to live better. They say the bottlenose dolphin had used more of its conscience than we do, but yet we call ourselves an advanced race. We are, but we've let other people, or a small few who want to keep us locked down and dumbed down, caught in a realm of we can't do it. We can do it. I'm with it. I'm sure in your heart you're with it. Let's make a change. And let's give a big woosah for the old paradigm, because we in a new one. It's your man, Emil Burgess, a.k.a. Infinite Being, A Phenomenon 13. Bring you that raw cut love straight from the heart. Peace.